Hey Sparks, what's up? And hello to my new subscribers. It's Montina here. And my mission with this channel is to inspire, educate, and share information that helps you thrive in life and thrive in business. And if that sounds good to you, subscribe. So I'm coming along. This video is going to have an element of that thriving in life and thriving in business. Specifically really for women, but men will benefit too. I know I have male subscribers because y'all be sending me messages, good messages, nothing. You know what I do appreciate about my online following? You all don't send me anything inappropriate. I don't think I've ever received anything inappropriate online. Thank you. So, actually before I was getting ready to record this video, I'm a little bit, I don't know if it's that I'm upset. I really don't have the word for how I'm feeling right now. But I listened to all of Kevin Samuels. Some of y'all like him, some of you don't. Chew the meat, spit out the bones. And he has the recent one talking about EQ, IQ, which is extremely important, but I'm not even gonna go into that. But why aren't you married? And it's a beautiful woman he's talking to. I think she's 29. She's a little older to me, but she's gorgeous. And really thinking about the women that are my age group, 40 plus. I'm going to be mid 40s here in a few months. And we all, I don't know that we've been lied to, because my entire circle, it's so funny. My entire close circle, like from high school, middle school, high school, they've all been married at least once, all of us. So I don't know if it's a region thing, but I can tell you that I am here in Atlanta. And I'm emotional because I now know, and I'm around it. I'm an only child. So hearing Kevin Samuels talk about this only child syndrome, I'm like, oh, I love being alone. I like it quiet. I work from home. I have my office, but even in my office, it's just me. I just really prefer to be by myself. So I've never been the type of person that had a lot of friends. So I really am an extroverted introvert. I can be by myself. I can be with others, but I do prefer my own company. I'm amazing. So that's the Leo coming out of me. But talking about this, I was at an event, and it's just a bunch of women, and we meet. In this past event, I don't want to name it because I don't want to put it all the way out there, but we're just making new friendships on a specific side of Georgia that we live on. And there were about over 100 women there. And so many of the women were getting up to share about their lives, who they are, what they're doing. You know, of course, especially for Black women, we got like 50 million businesses. Y'all gotta stop with that foolishness. Please watch my videos. But what I noticed is a consistent pattern all the time, that women will get up and celebrate being single, and all of the other women celebrate with them. And I'm like, what are you celebrating? Like, oh, I travel and I do it by myself, or I'm divorced, I'm happily divorced. Okay, I get it. But what I'm looking at as we're aging is many of you don't have a plan. You cannot work at 100 for the rest of your life. At what point are you getting to where you're like, yeah, this is for the birds? Let me tell you why this came up for me today and why I'm emotional about it, because I'm so tired of y'all being lied to. I've been married. This will be my third and my final marriage. I finally selected the right spouse. You're not going to select. You may or may not select the right spouse the first time around. You may get with someone, and as you're growing, you're like, oh, this wasn't the right one. Okay, life happens, y'all, for all of us. But at some point in life, when are you going to give up being a Miss Independent and doing everything all by yourself? Buying the house, buying the car, paying all the bills, taking care of the kid, just doing everything. Superwoman, like, this stuff is for the birds. And I thought about it today because when I woke up this morning, I go to the gym in the mornings. I love the gym. Working out for me is therapeutic. It's just what I do. I enjoy it. I love it. And I did my cardio. I didn't feel my best today for whatever reason. I don't know. And so I did my weights. Felt a little better then. I said, well, I'm gonna go to the sauna. Went to the sauna. Then my wax place is over there. So I was like, oh, I'll go get my wax today. Then I was like, oh, I'll go get my nails done and got my feet done. Then I had to run a couple of errands. I did come home in between then. I ate some breakfast, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna grab some lunch at home. Y'all know I'm cheap. That's what my honey say. I'm frugal. So as I was sitting, I didn't start working today until 1 p.m. And I normally am fully dressed, but I haven't even had time to run up and take a shower. Even though I changed after the sauna because we're going to go golf later today. when my honey gets home. So yeah, y'all, he's teaching me how to golf. I got my clubs and everything started last year. So I thought, like, wow, I sent him a message and said, thank you so much. I thank him all the time. He's always like, yeah. But I know he appreciates it. But I'm like, I appreciate you doing so much to put me in a position where I can literally have an easier life. Life is so easy for me. I don't have to rush. I do what I want. I wasn't like, oh, I got to get home and get some work done. I was like, oh, to be there. I'm literally reviewing accounts to fire clients. I'm getting people off my books. I know exactly how much I need to just basically have money for myself, make investments, and save for my retirement, because I do want to have my retirement set up, and I'll talk about that in another video. But many of you all are online and people are talking about being feminine and they're talking about all these things, women, but you're not taking the time to pay attention and listen to men like Kevin Samuels and Patrice O'Neal. I've been listening to these videos. I'm like, oh, men and what they want has not changed over the years. I could tell you from the past 20 years, what I'm hearing now is not what I have not heard in the past, either from men or older women discussing it. So as you're thinking about this, sis, single women keep you single. I don't even deal with women that talk poorly about men or talk just like they don't want to get married. You single? I don't have any single woman that I'm around. And the married ones, and if I hear someone talk negative about their husband or just in a disrespectful nature and they don't know, I actually point it out and say, girl, you don't want to be back out on the block. Because see, even in my mid 40s, I can beat out the 20s and the 30s, because just from a confidence level, fitness level, just from a inspirational level. I mean, as you get a little older, you do get some seasoned ways. And I'm not even talking about with sex. Like, we are, those of us in our 40s that got it. If you're single and you've been married before and you're single by choice because you maybe you didn't make the right decision, you sharp. I'm telling you, at this age, oh girl, I will run laps around the 20 and 30-year-olds. It's funny. But let me tell you something. I tell my married ones, y'all don't want to be out on this block, because now you haven't been in it for so long. You're competing with women like me that really don't want to be on the block. So with the husband that I have, man, when I tell you I love this man, and I know I come on and I talk about love, I do. I honest to God do. I hit the lottery with him. And per my 2 divorce attorneys, because I was actually gonna do a prenup, but I've decided against it. They're like, he hit the lottery with me. We have literally hit the Super Bowl or whatever, the Super Bowl of relationships. Okay. Anyways, I had to get this off my chest. It's a little longer. I don't know if I've been rambling. I don't care. It doesn't matter. It's my channel. But I'm going to be doing more YouTube videos. My energy is coming over to YouTube. And I'm going to get this money off YouTube too, like all the other YouTubers. I got to get my views up, because this angle is different for me. I still have my business. Come over to my Patreon society. It's like $25 a month. Y'all ain't even serious. I know people in real life that watch my videos and have the nerve to send me text messages asking me for content I'm sharing, because they don't want to pay the money to join the Patreon society, but they're not my friends. Like, this is serious. This is your life, and you don't want to make an investment. And I just do not understand. Y'all want to learn about femininity. Y'all not investing in coaches. Y'all not investing in dating coaches. Y'all don't want to invest in image consultants. Y'all don't want to invest in somebody to get your life and your skin and your makeup and your teeth together. Like, what y'all doing out here? Like, these men, especially 50 plus, if you're in your 40s, you competing with women in their 30s, because these men in their 50s are going for youthful looking women. They don't want frumpy women and hags. They don't. They didn't already had that because they've been married before and their wives let themselves go. So they want sharp women. There's a particular YouTuber I like. I won't mention him, because then I did find some things. I didn't find it. That dog YouTube algorithm was showing some videos where he was doing some questionable things, and I just don't want to mention his name, but I watch his videos. Every time he posts one, I love his videos. And he's like mid 50s, and his woman that he might be getting married to is in her 30s. So I show you right there. If these men want children, they go into women with their 30s. I don't want more children. My Superman don't want more children. We got enough children. We got a whole tribe between us. We got a basketball team and extras on the bench. We got 2 basketball teams. But let me tell you something. We're good, but these 50 plus men want youthful women. So a book that I actually am going to share with you all, I'm not even going to do my Patreon Society, wide open here, is Getting to I Do, How to Get Relationships Right. This book is phenomenal. And I heard it from Kevin Samuels. And I got it. And it was so good. I got it on my Kindle that I was like, ooh, I need to get this book and have it in my library. And she has, even at the very end, 10 secrets for getting and keeping the right man. I'm going to share that in my Patreon Society. But I rambled on, but why aren't you married? Stop listening to single people teaching you. You know, even for me, I'm getting married. This is my third marriage. I know how to get a husband. I mentioned that once at an event I was at, and a woman, you know, because I tell people I moved new to the area because my husband, soon to be husbands moved me here, fiance, whatever. And a woman, I don't want to get married. Okay, that's fine. You could be 60 something, 50 something. I'm not going to be friends with you. And I told her, I said, I know how to get a husband. I know how to keep a husband too. It's a matter of selecting the right spouse. But for some, this woman told me, she was like, oh, I'm 51, I've never been married. I was like, never? Like, no one's never chosen you? And I get that some of y'all like, I don't want to be married. Okay. Most of the time, I don't think I've ever met a woman that actually, I've never met a woman that said that to me before. Because most women, even if you don't want to get married, you want a long-term relationship. Who wants to do it all? We're not even hardwired that way to do it all. We leave out the house and we're cute because we want to be noticed by men. Y'all, I want to look good for myself. I want to look good for myself. But when my honey walked through that door, oh, you best believe he'll laugh. Sometimes I be sitting here with not this hat, but a cute hat on. He said, you got that hat on? Yes. He said, okay, you be trying to be in here, be sexy. Yes, I do. I've had to unlearn some things in this relationship because I can't talk all the time. I need to zip it.com. I don't need to share everything that's on my mind. Even for me being fit, I noticed, I was like, why am I not losing weight as rapidly as I should be? So last night I was starting dinner, and he was like, oh, you gonna cook that chicken? And I'm like, yeah, I put it in a brine. I have these recipes. And he's like, oh, I got an idea. Well, he went and he loves to cook. So he kind of jazzed it up. And once I saw pasta and the sauce on my plate, I'm like, oh my goodness. But guess what? I'm enjoying this part of my life and him cooking and treating me. Who doesn't want that? We fell asleep on the couch. Actually, he has like a couch he sits on and I was sitting on the other one. I saw him dozing off, so I said, I'm gonna close my eyes because I was reading a book, not this book, but another one. Don't you know, I woke up and he was putting the blanket over me and sat next to me. We just laid on the couch together until I finally went upstairs, took a shower, went to bed. And I don't even think he came to bed. I think he just ended up coming up when he was getting ready for work, taking a shower and stuff. You don't want that in your life? You don't want to feel special and cherished and adored and loved? I know, because you're thinking, oh, I'm going to get hurt. We can't control love, y'all. We can't. We can't control people, but we can control ourselves. So I just want to encourage you to be real with yourself. And this is my 40 plus women, but my young women, I'm coming for you too, because these women, y'all have parents that are not talking to you. You have mothers that you don't respect because you saw many of us, me included, do things in our youth that you didn't respect, but you don't understand why. There's so much I didn't understand about my grandmother that she shared it. I just literally told her I'm just actually embarrassed at my actions over the years because I didn't know. You don't know why your mother did the things that she did, or your father. You only know one side of some stories. So with that said, I got off my chest. I feel better. But if you're 40 plus, you're not in my Patreon society, you're not on no online dating, you don't have an image consultant, you don't have a therapist, you don't have a life coach, you don't even have somebody that can do your heat readings or astrology. Like, you just playing games. Like, you really are. You're not reading books, you're not listening to podcasts, you just hanging around single women. Talking about, I'm just gonna go hang out with my girls all the time. What you gonna do? As my honey says, you gonna mildew or you gonna barbecue? I'm not playing no more in this channel. I be making the short videos. I'm like, oh, okay, y'all, short content. But you know what? The person I listen to in this other channel, his content's always about 20 minutes. And I have to find time to listen to it. So I'm just gonna share and y'all just find time to listen to it. Because this is, I'm just baffled. I'm just so baffled at the number of women that are just so proud of buying homes and doing this all alone. and not thinking at all about what their future is going to look like. And let me tell you something. Don't think your kids are going to take care of you. Because let me tell you, my grandma told me so many stories of elder abuse that I literally couldn't even believe it. I can't even share what she shared with me probably for about 10 years. I got stuff coming through my phone for about 10 years because I don't want to be talking about her friends and things like that. But let me tell you, I didn't hear one good story. Not one. I'm not dependent on mine. Now, you know, you might think, oh, something going to happen to your spouse. I'm not dependent on mine. My grandma didn't depend on none of hers. My grandma is independent. She lived in a house all by herself. My great grandmother, let me see, my grandmother's grandmother passed, lived all by herself, 105 widows. We talking about widows. Don't depend on your kids. And don't think you're going to be a golden girl. Because that woman, when she get a man, honey, she going to leave you. Who's going to be the spark to ignite the conversation? Don't be played. Don't be out here listening to people that have you hating men. We live in a society where we need men. And we also live in a society where there are still men out here that want to be amazing producers. They want to be providers. They want to be out here making sure that they're protecting you. They still exist. You still got a slim chance. But I promise you, and not just the elder abuse stories, I can't even share the stories that my grandma was telling me of people that she knows and that I actually know too that are getting Social Security and it's not enough because they thought they could get better. There's a certain age, you know, they think, oh, I can get better. Boy, my heart goes out to some of you women out here. I say woman. There's a chapter here in this book. Are you the woman that you think you are? When I first took that quiz, boy, I wasn't the woman I thought I was. I'd take it again. I've read this book at least 10 times over. And I really like it too because it talks about masculine and feminine energies. But I hope that you get what it is that you desire. And I hope that you're honest with yourself. And I also hope that you stop playing games. I don't have the energy that I used to have, even on this channel, to just kind of get on you. I think that's just because I'm just so past that in life. But we're older. And I know how exhausting it is. Even when I was doing everything alone, and I was single all those years, after my second divorce, 2017, I was single by choice. I had to get a lot of me together. I was a mess. I had some traumas I just hadn't dealt with. Not childhood. My stuff was stemming from my 20s and 30s. Now, you know, I still deal with things, but who doesn't? You're going to deal with stuff to the day you die. That's why you need a therapist. And my therapist is very much like, you know, I literally feel like, okay, I'm past this one thing. I'm at the top of the mountain. I'm like, yeah, I'm at the top of the mountain. And go back down in the mud. And yeah, I'm at the top of the mountain. And I go back down in the mud. It's just life. It's just life. So, have an amazing day. It's 3:30 in the afternoon. I gotta go get ready because my Superman will be here around 4:35. I like to be cool, clean, smelling good when he gets home. Yeah. I wish y'all the best. Leave me a comment below.